Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alien's Joy today. I am glad to be with you, and this episode is going to be very special. We're going to talk about beautiful things, and I love that. Today, I have a guest. My name is Alien Han. We are on winwinwomen.tv, the largest interactive platform in the world where you can find all kind of information women related, right? We have amazing women's show hosts, and I'm glad today to be with Teri Riley, my guest. And I'm going to introduce Teri to you, and we'll do a great show today. We'll do lots of you get lots of information about fashion and wardrobe and beauty and overcoming and living your life like I always like to have these kind of topics, right? Teri is a image consultant and personal stylist dedicated to the empowerment of women and girls. And Teri believes that we are all uniquely beautiful and created with value and purpose. Teri has always had a passion for fashion. I love that, passion for fashion, and has been a personal stylist for over 11 years with Women's Clothing Company, where she helps clients express their unique strength and beauty through fashion. Again, I love that I'm going to tell you, and we're going to talk about why. Teri is the founder and CEO of Empowered Styles, which helps women discover their personal style and offers personal branding, closet sessions, and shopping services for women. We need that. She is the #1 best-selling author on Amazon, having recently released her first book in collaboration with 15 other moms, titled Moms Who Boss Up Post-Pandemic. Moms Who Boss Up Post-Pandemic. Successful moms who who pivoted to success in the face of uncertainty. And we certainly had that a couple of years ago. Teri is happily married with 3 children and continues to spend her free time learning and experimenting with clothes, accessories, exercising her unlimited creativity in the world of fashion and self-expression. Teri, I'm so glad to be with you today. Thank you for coming on the show today. We are live. I am so excited to talk to you. Tell me a little bit to start with. Who is Teri?
Hi, Elion. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here, and it's just a pleasure to know you. I'm so glad you came into my life. It's just an honor to be here, and I thank you.
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you. Likewise. I'm glad to have you here. So tell me a little bit about your daily life and how in the world did you roll into fashion?
Oh my goodness. I have always loved fashion. Ever since I was a little girl, I just remember playing with my Barbie dolls, dressing them up, creating outfits. It just made me feel so good. And just didn't realize that that would be an outlet for me because growing up, I was bullied, I was teased because of my dark complexion, told I was ugly, believed it, believed it for many, many years. And that's just how I live my life. Um, but fashion is what gave me the confidence. It just helped me. It was like my best friend. It helped me to believe in my beauty. It helped me to embrace my uniqueness and gave me the confidence just to sometimes just to show up because I just didn't feel good enough. I just didn't feel pretty. I just didn't feel good about myself.
And what age did that start, Terry? You were so young, it was high school, it was after.
It was in middle school, so I was probably about 12 years old that I remember. Just the hurtful words that I always say hurled at me because it was just I wasn't doing anything. I was just walking to class or minding my own business. I was always quiet and kind of shy, and then I would just hear these words just walking by or in the hallway, people whispering or just some would just call me, just ugly names. And
No.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to be invisible. I just wanted to hide and just disappear. I really did.
I believe so. And it's unbelievable because I always say that, especially in middle school and high school, we can be so rude, right? As
Yep.
kids to each other, we can be so rude. We don't really understand always the consequences. On the other hand, of course, that starts at home, and bullying is one of the worst things, right? We certainly shouldn't be subject to that. And it's so one of these things where words can harm so much that we talk about that so much, and I talk about that so much with trauma because it's
Mhm.
for the rest of your life, right? The little words that you hear as a kid, they stay with you for the rest of your life. But you came through that. You did.
It's so true. that those words do, they stay with you. And they well, I thought they went away because as I got older, I didn't think about it as much. I was able to move past it somewhat. But during the pandemic, honestly, is when I um started sharing the story, because I was asking the big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? We're all locked down, can't go anywhere, can't do anything.
Yeah.
That's when I really heard to share that story. And I had not shared that story about being bullied with anyone except for my husband. I never even really told my mom about it, honestly. I shared it with my husband, and during the pandemic is when I heard to start sharing that story. And the first time that I shared that story was within a group of women. Oh my gosh, the pain that was there that I had no idea was there. When I started to share that story, I was in tears, I was crying. It hurt so bad, but I didn't realize that I needed to release that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was time. I held it for what, 40 plus years.
Yeah.
And it was time for me to release that. And when I started to release that, so many other women felt the same. Maybe not getting teased for what I got teased for, but other things where they just didn't feel good enough. They didn't feel pretty enough. They just did not feel enough. And I know that what happened to me is for me to help other women to know who they are, to know how they are, and just to embrace their uniqueness.
Yeah.
Because we as women, sometimes we are our worst critics.
Yeah.
We look in the mirror,
And
we find everything that we don't like about ourselves.
yes, we're our worst enemies. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And triggers come back in a totally different form sometimes, right? It might just be somebody that talks about something that you might have heard in the past. It might be, people that don't value or respect you in a sense that you would like to be
Mhm.
perceived, right? It can
Yep.
just be all kind of little things that comes back up. We need to release it. Absolutely. I know that as a trauma expert with working with my clients,
Yep.
one of the things that we have to let that go, not forget necessarily, but just kind of like make it your own so that now what you have done with it, you made it your own and you came into the power by writing about it. And so I understand that you had a book collaboration with other women, and that's where you started to write and to started to tell.
Yeah, that just came, out of nowhere, but I know that it was sent from the divine to start to share that story. And what got me to that point was just being still. Just being still. Again, like I said, we couldn't go anywhere, do anything. And I spent a lot of time just being still and journaling and just listening. And that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And I still hear those voices sometimes. I still hear those name calling, but now I know who I am.
Yeah.
And so I can say, oh, that's not me. That's
Yes.
not me, because I know who I am.
Yeah.
But it was a journey to get to that point.
I believe it. I believe it. It takes a lot of time, a lot of courage, and a
Yeah,
lot of work. And, I think that it's the nice thing that you come out on the other side so powerful and so inspirational for others that you can help that for in your vision and mission, right? To help others. And I like
absolutely.
it that you said that clothes were always and fashion was always a way for you to feel yourself and to be yourself and to express yourself. And that is so nice because I use it a lot by saying put your outside back on in the sense of get your sexy back. And I mean
Mhm.
that specifically for everybody, male, female. But I mean that in a sense of if you dress up and you look good, then you feel immediately emotionally and mentally not necessarily better but better weaponed, right, for the
Yeah.
outside world. And what you get from people like, hey, you look great, you look fantastic today, what a fun shirt, that will register up there, and
Mhm.
your brain is just releasing some happy hormones when that happens. So it is a really a
Absolutely,
great thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that it was a gift. I do remember in high school, my girlfriends would always say, Terry, what should I wear with this? Or what shoes should I wear? And I'm thinking it was like simple. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know what to wear. Of
yeah.
course, wear this and don't wear that. And I didn't realize that it was a gift. I honestly just didn't realize that it was a gift. And then when I realized that, hey, this could be a gift, I decided to get certified as an image consultant. This happened during the pandemic. I had always been a personal stylist for years because I just love clothes. And I just love the way that when I put an outfit on a woman, and sometimes she's like, no, Teri, I want to try that. I'm like, come on, just try it for me. Just try it
Yeah.
on. They say,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I'll try it on. And they
Yeah.
try it on, and oh my God, their face lights up. They're looking in the mirror. They got pep in their step, and they just love how they look. And that just makes me feel so good because they look in the mirror and
Yeah.
they love who they are. They love the reflection that they see. And that's what drives me. It's just helping women to look and feel beautiful.
I love that about you so much. And I put that in the title or in the description of the show, because seeing our reflection and then coming to that place where we are extremely excited and I can see that in your face how excited you get about it, and I can feel it like, yes, I'm looking in the mirror, but you're looking at yourself, you're looking from woman as at yourself to the woman that you are. And yes, you are beautiful, you are unique. And that is such a
Yeah.
nice way to help people. It's such an amazing way. I love your brand that you represent, and we're going to talk about that later in the show. And you can please invite people also to come to that website. It is a beautiful style. It is a beautiful, colorful line. And I can see that it's so much fun to kind of play Barbie with others, right? And get them to find out what the style is. So style is not just um putting something on me, putting something on somebody else. It has to do with I would imagine, what does it have to do, Terry, with colors, with the form of your body?
Oh,
um
it's so much. It
yeah.
it all starts with actually who you are in the inside. Um, who you are, what you stand for, and your body type. I tell a lot of women because they get discouraged when they go into a store and they go shopping and they see items and they try them on and it doesn't fit the way that they think it should fit, but it's not cut for their particular body type because everybody, whether you're 2 or 22, there's clothes that can fit your body and make you look beautiful, fabulous. It's not, I always say it's not the size that you wear, but it's the way that you wear your size. And you
Ah,
just,
yes, 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 yes.
yes,
Repeat
it's,
that, repeat that, repeat that. I
it
love
is not the size that you wear, it's how you wear your size.
I love that. Yes. So true.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I remember because of my dark complexion, I remember being told that I shouldn't wear bright colors or I shouldn't wear reds or yellows. And those are some of my favorite colors. I'm not wearing it today. I just felt like black and white. But I have my red glasses because I love color. I know we're
Yeah.
coordinated. That's why
No, yeah,
I
we
was
didn't
drawn
know.
to
We were
this.
coordinated, black and white today. Yes. But I love your red glasses. I love all color glasses in the world today. I'm just kind of blending in, but yes, I love your glasses. It is all the way up to accessory, right? As to how you wear your jewelry. I was taught, it's so crazy that you say that you were taught not to wear bright colors, because I love bright colors. They do so much for people. We are
Mhm.
usually not even wearing them enough, right? I'm kind of guilty of that, which are
Yeah.
I love colors, but I also love to accessorize. I was always told less is better, right? Just sometimes we have a tendency of throwing it all on and doing it
Right.
all. So is that also a little bit of a personality thing, or would you advise people otherwise?
I would say you don't want your accessories to overpower your outfit. So if you're more of a petite woman, then you want to wear smaller jewelry. But if you're larger, then you want to wear bold jewelry. It's just kind of how you want to have symmetry and make sure that things aren't overpowering your body. Because
Yeah,
you want, yeah, you don't want your necklace or your earrings be the first thing that people see.
yeah.
It should accent your outfit and
That
who you
makes
are.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense, absolutely. And also kind of like the body type indeed. Are you very tall, or can you wear, are you the personality that wears a lot of necklaces and stuff, right? That kind of thing can be also an identity thing for people. I mean, I always have my left arm and my bracelets, that's kind of like my thing. So that is fun too, to work with and to play with, but
Oh,
absolutely it goes all the way. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much fun. And you want to really create balance. Um, it's all about balance and symmetry. So if you're larger on the bottom, then you want to wear like a solid color on the bottom and then wear your fun, happy prints on the top. just
Yeah.
to create that balance, because you don't want to draw attention to the parts of your body that you don't really like, and just you want to emphasize the parts that you actually love. Because
Yeah.
I know everyone has parts of their bodies that they absolutely love, and you want to show those parts off.
Yes, that makes sense too. Absolutely, because
Yep.
yes, I was always a little bit square, right? My mother said that I was kind of like a matchbox. I don't know how much trauma that caused after the fact, but you have no waistline, right? That kind of thing. But I saw I wear a tunic or A-line or that kind of thing, something flowy to kind of cover that up for myself, because that might still kind of be like one of these I don't have a waistline kind of things. So I learned that down the way that I shouldn't I try to wear something with a really big belt, right? Because I
I,
don't have a waistline, right?
I was
That
gonna say you can create your waistline. Yes, absolutely.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It is so different. It's so weird because a lot of people don't think about getting a wardrobe consultant. Why do you think that is? Because I mean, I know myself, I'm guilty. I just go to the store, I buy things that I think that might look good on me. I come home, I never wear it.
Mhm.
It was kind of an impulse thing, right? Or I just didn't really know. Or in many cases, I just want to look 10 years younger, and it's not always meant to be that way either. So why do people not have that kind of knowledge and that kind of style knowledge, or how do we go about that?
I love what you said there, because it's not something that's taught. I mean,
Yeah,
we're not taught it. We kind of learn that. And I totally get it as well, where we'll see something, we'll buy it, but if we don't know our body type, or we see something on someone else and you just think that maybe it'll look good on you, you don't know, but you have to buy pieces that resonate with you. You'll know when you see something that really resonates with who you are. Because most women only wear 20% of their wardrobe,
yeah.
and they wear it 80% of the time. That's just a
Oh, no
statistic.
way. Wow.
Most
Yes.
women have a closet full of clothes that they do not wear. They'll have clothes hanging with the tags on it, or clothes from years and years ago that they're hoping to maybe get into again. I say let it go.
Yeah.
If you've gained a few pounds, love those few pounds that you've gained. Honor your body, honor the body that we have.
Yeah.
And if it's a size thing, cut the tag out, because nobody knows but you. So you don't have to, if you're worried about if you've gone up a size, cut it out.
Yeah.
Then no one knows. But just honor the body that
Oh,
you
that makes sense.
actually
So I don't have to know that I bought an extra large. Yes. So I don't
cut
have
it
to
out.
confront myself. And you're saying that I need to throw that size mini bikini from the 20 years ago. I should throw that out, the size 0, because I'll never get there anymore. I mean it. Yeah,
Well,
so
think about it. Think about when we have clothes in our closet that we look at and it doesn't bring us joy. Your closet, when you walk into your closet, you should have pieces, and I say everything should just bring you joy. I had to learn that, to just get rid of things. And it is not easy. It
no,
is not easy, but
no,
you have to let it go, because everything has energy. And when you look at those pieces, does it bring you joy? Ask yourself that. Does it bring you joy? If it doesn't, let it go. Give it to someone else. Let someone else love it. Give it away, or sell
no,
it, whatever. Just let it go, get it out of your closet. So when you walk into your closet, you have pieces that actually bring joy to you.
joy on Allianz joy. I love that so much. Thank you for using my favorite word. But it's so true. And I have a lot of things that are hanging there. And I love the fact that you brought that into energy, because everything around us is energy. And I don't realize that if I still look at that minikini, that I'm just getting surely very depressed about the fact
Mhm.
that I gained 2 pounds, and I just can't let it go. It's just one
Yep.
of these things. So it's very good. It's hard to let it go sometimes. That is true. It's not that we don't like to give it away to the goodwill, or to the good cause. Absolutely. But we just kind of dream ourselves back into it, and that's not always the case. So I love the fact that you said, just release it. Just stay with your happy colors, happy clothes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then one thing, if it's a little difficult to let it go, and I usually say this at the beginning of the year, but you could do it actually anytime. Go through your closet and hang all of your clothes the same direction. And then as you wear pieces, turn the hanger around. And then after 6 months or a year, you'll see the pieces that you've been wearing. And for the ones that you haven't touched or worn, at that point, you can put them in a box and put them in a, another room, just stages
The
until you're ready
halfway
to let it
house.
go.
Yeah. The halfway house for my clothes. Like, shall I not, shall I not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. Great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's so funny because I always thought about a consultant, and definitely with wardrobe and fashion about, yeah, for me, it was just kind of a Hollywood thing. You bring it so close to home because I always thought it was for the superstars, that get the rolling rack in the living room, and somebody brings it to their house and they get to figure it out. But with your site and with the things that you do, you actually bring it just really easily and close to people. Is there a way that it's affordable for everybody, or do you have different packages that people can choose from? Like they can ask you once or twice for advice, or they can stay with you for a year when it's important, or for certain events and
I
locations.
I love what I do. And so I work with women to whatever fits their lifestyle and their packages. If someone reaches out to me and they want help, I
Yeah,
feel like that I'm just a vessel to help these women. And so I have personalized packages. Tell me what you need, what you want in your life, how you want to show up, and
yeah,
then I'll work it out for you.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes, and it's so important. And
Mhm.
I know us, a lot of us that could use the help. Is there something that you could provide in a sense of a group or people that would gather together and you would have a couple of weeks of advice or something like that, workshop, webinar style?
I am actually working on something like that. I got the download to start doing that because I love having women together. And
Yeah,
when women are together and we're just talking fashion and just playing in clothes and just helping each other, it's so beautiful. It's
yeah.
so beautiful to just be together and just you want to just uplift your sister and just help her look good and you look I just love it. I just love it.
Yes, I love the idea. I love the idea. So I just kind of rambling here because I just came up with the idea of like, why don't we bring just a bunch of women together and give each other advice? And women love to talk about it. One thing is hard for women, I think, in general, and we're talking to women on this show all over the world. It's one of the things where I'm guilty. I'm not really always honest about what I shouldn't wear and what does not look good on me, or what I really like to wear, which is kind of like a dreamy vision of my not real self. It's I think it would be good to sit around and have that conversation about getting real, right? Getting
Yeah,
real.
get real with no judgment. Just love and just to love your sister.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's what I feel like that's what we're here for, to just encourage and to uplift each other. And I just do it through fashion, but that's what we're here for.
And I'm also afraid to ask sometimes when it's a real good friend or somebody at home because of course, they want to lift me up and they love
Mhm.
me, but it's also that kind of thing. What my husband would say to you, if I can't do right, if I say it doesn't look good on you, it's you get mad. And if I say, it looks good on you, then you say, well, you're just saying that, right? Because you love me. I mean, but to give each other a really working with you would be like really one of these direct, honest, real feedbacks where you know that you get something that you might not even want to hear, but it's the right thing for you, right?
Right, right.
If I should wear tiger patterns, then I need to hear that, and it shouldn't be for me, right? And I would appreciate that because we're not always honest when it comes to that, and
We're
that's
not honest, but I think that we know, because think about when you put on something that you just not really sure about it,
yeah,
you feel it, you know it.
yeah,
You look in the mirror, you're pulling and you're tugging, and it's just taking away your energy, it's taking away your thought process, you're distracted if you have to have a meeting, or if you're in a situation, you're always thinking about what you're wearing.
yeah.
But when you put on something and you know that you know that you know that you know that you look good, you don't have to get anyone else to kind of validate you, because you already know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's one of these days where you kind of think, is everybody looking at me or not? That kind
Like,
of
because I
thing.
know I look good.
Yeah. Yeah, that is so true. Absolutely, absolutely. I wish though that we would get that kind of knowledge. I'm talking color, I'm talking shape, I'm talking the things that you can do with clothes, the different things, the different looks. I wish takes me back to the days that I was teaching at modeling school decades back. But you know how models carry themselves
Hmm.
and that has to do a lot with it too, right? How you carry
Yeah.
yourself. I talk about that a lot, about standing up straight and improving poise and posture. That was the things that I would do with them. But it also had this little book that had a million ways how to wear a scarf and, you know, a million ways what to do with this sweater or, you know,
Hmm.
different things that you
Hmm.
could do with your clothing that we don't really teach. And I think it would be a great thing in school. I think it should be out there for the younger generation that is
Oh,
just
I
kind of
agree.
guided by TikTok and things that they need to
Hmm.
have that are wear that, and it doesn't look good on them at all. Yeah,
Yeah. And just to encourage self-expression,
yeah,
just encourage, yeah, to just be who you were created to be.
yeah,
We
yeah.
all
That's
have
true
what I
too.
call wow colors. Every color doesn't necessarily is someone's wow color, but there's so many different shades. There's so many different shades of blue and shades of red and shades of yellow.
Yeah,
And we just find as a personal stylist and image consultant, find your perfect colors
yeah,
for you to wear, for you to show up. Because the most important thing is to have confidence. You wear your confidence, you can pull off any outfit,
yeah.
just put on your confidence.
That is true. That's absolutely true. That absolutely
Yeah.
has to do with each other. Yes, I love it so much. But who did you, or how you said that was always your love, the fashion. Who inspired you? What happened over the last couple of decades that you got more and more into this realm of fashion and consulting? Were there people that inspired you when it comes to the runway, when it comes to it might be Oprah, when it comes to television personalities, people that were always there?
For fashion, oh my goodness. I love um Michelle Obama. I love her
Yes,
fashion. I love
yes,
her style. She just has a very distinct style. I love who else do I love?
has great shoulders and great, you know.
I know. But
Mm.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
When you have a part of your body that looks good,
yes,
you want to showcase that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yes,
You want
true.
to do that.
We
Um and
Angela Bassett did that also.
oh my gosh.
I have used her as an example so many times. And talking about Queen Latifah, who I always quote or always talk about her when it comes to poise and posture and carrying herself in anything that she would wear, right? Just
So
showing up,
true.
yeah, showing up for 100% and just loving the way she is and her personality and how she carries herself. Yeah,
So, so
absolutely.
true. But
Yeah,
I think what really inspired me is my mom and my grandmother. Um, they would just dress up, especially going to church
yeah,
back in the day, just dress up, wearing the hats and the suits and the shoes. I just remember playing in my mom's closet, just trying on her clothes and her shoes,
yes.
because they just look so good. And I think that's what really drew me to fashion. It's just seeing that from my
Yeah.
mom and my grandma.
Yeah, you grew up with some good style in there. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love that. The hallelujah.
Yeah.
Big time. I love it. I mean, still, I believe that we have gotten, so this is a whole different direction that I'm taking this, but yes, haven't we gotten away a little bit from it with the younger generation, from dressing up for church, dressing up for a concert, dressing up to go to the opera house or to go to a musical show or right? I mean, I'm just not really wanting to place judgments, but it's a little bit different than it was when I grew up because we did not go into our jeans or shorts. And I know it's a different time. And I know people will tell me, yeah, but Elian, you know, we have different times. Everybody should be relaxed in the way they are and the way they feel at home.
Yeah.
Go that way to a church. So there's two different sides to it, right? But
Yeah.
I love the fact that if I would go to you know a nice play or something that everybody in the days was all the way out, right? And on Sunday mornings all the way out.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And it's all about how you feel. Because I do that. I get dressed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get dressed up, not dressed up, but just to go, to to the store or to the because it's about me, how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's important. You
Yeah.
want to look good, of course, especially if you're in business. You want to look good for your clients and your colleagues, but most importantly, you want to look good for yourself.
Yeah.
You want to show up your best for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yes. And
Yeah.
if it's a different, if it doesn't go with my opinion necessarily, and it's totally different, but somebody feels very comfortable in what they're
Yeah.
wearing, then they should be able to go like that to church, right? We shouldn't have those rules and regulations there either. Because
Yeah.
I know, for instance, for us, and this is very, very personal, but I know that we always dress up a little bit, and some of my generation dresses up a little bit in church, and there's the younger generations that is somewhat looser on the rules. And we want to, we want to embrace everybody, right? And try not to judge that and have an opinion about it and not chase people away either, right? That makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
that makes a lot of sense. But sometimes
yeah,
they come around. They come
yeah,
around, they see that, and it comes from within. They'll
yeah.
come around and they'll start dressing differently.
Yeah, that's true too. The
Mhm.
better you feel, the more you dress differently. That is true
Yep.
too. Absolutely. That's a PowerPoint. Yes. It is absolutely a PowerPoint. Rare, rare to feel powerful. Yay. I love it so much. What I was gonna ask you, how can people find you?
Oh, I'm on social media. I am on Instagrams at Stylishly Terry. I'm on Facebook at Stylishly Terry, and my website is www.empoweredstyles.com.
Empoweredstyles.com.
.com.
www.empoweredstyles.com. I'm also gonna put all the links
Okay.
in, and of course in all your links for social media, in our replay on social media, and in all that we're gonna find ourselves. What are you working on for the future?
I am working on that community that you talked about. I
Yes.
got the download, and that's
Yeah.
what I really want to do is just get women together and just talk about fashion and just how we can just show up looking and feeling good.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Keep doing that. I love that so much. I'm your biggest fan. I'm right here. Yes, I am going to your website because when I looked again and oh my God, girl, your Instagram is full of color and full of movement. And I love the way you show that off. I am so happy to have you here today. I hope a lot of us ladies get inspired by reaching out to you. A few powerful words to leave today for our listeners that are on. What would you like to give them to have the last word?
Oh, wow. You have greatness within you. You're beautiful. You are created with value and purpose. And I want you to shine your beautiful light from the inside out. Go and be great because you are greatness.
I love you, Teri. Thank you
I
so
love you.
much. Thank you so much for today, for talking about beauty, for making our light shine. And I hope everybody's going to reach out to you. If not, find me, elianhaan.net, and I will definitely have all the replays up on YouTube, on social media, and we'll talk soon again, Teri. Thank you for coming on today. Stay for a moment for the after studio get together, and we're
Okay.
going to go off our live recording, and I'll have a little chat with you afterwards. Thanks everybody for listening today to Alien's Joy. I hope you enjoyed it so much. Find us on the replay as well if you had to miss it. Leave comments and all that stuff, and forward it to everybody else. See you next week on an episode of Alien's Joy. Thank you for watching today.